How'd that goal feel?
You can probably see a little bit on the celly there. That felt pretty good. Yeah, it's been too long since the last one, so yeah, just kind of opened things up for me, to be honest.
You guys are in the heart of a wild card race against another team. Just what was the mindset heading into this game? And every time that they responded, you guys were able to get the next goal.
Yeah, I mean, I think, every game counts. Every game has counted all year, but I think now you're kind of starting to realize that, it's very tight and, we're right in the mix there. So, everybody knows the break's coming up, so we kind of talk about, playing hard and making sure we find ways to win before the break and kind of, have a good positive feeling going into it.
How much fun are these games to play in, especially when there's so much on the line and you're winning?
Yeah, I mean it's awesome. Obviously, we have a great group of guys, and that obviously makes it more fun. It's fun coming to the rink, and when you're playing well and you're winning, it's just double the fun. So it's pretty awesome, yeah.
Last one for me. I asked Jason the same thing. Have you ever been part of or seen an empty net delayed penalty goal?
No, I mean I've only seen videos of it happen somewhere, but never been in the game. That was wild for sure. Yeah.
Just one from me, and sorry this is still fresh, but there's a really big 3-game road trip coming. And what's the messaging? You guys know the stakes at this point.
Yeah, I think it's kind of what I said. Just make sure we play the right way, kind of going into those 3. They're good opponents, and we got a long fight tomorrow, and play back to back, so we know it's tough. But I think it's all about the mindset, and we've had it last couple games. Just kind of go in, work as hard as we can, and we're a good team. So are those opponents, but we're a good team too. So I know we can beat them if we play the right way, and we did it tonight, and we'll do it again on Wednesday.
A few games ago, you were pretty critical of yourself for what you'd done. I think it was the Calgary game. It has to feel good to flip the script and contribute so much like you did, especially against a former team.
Yeah, I mean, this was a huge game for us. Obviously, coming off the win versus Nashville, it was we wanted to follow that up and have a big game. These games are huge for us in this playoff race heading into the bye week. So we got to make sure we stay dialed in, and tonight was a great step in that direction.
Jason, you've been around a long time. Does it even add juice anymore when you face a former team, or is it just more about the magnitude of the game?
I'd say it does a little bit. Yeah, it's always. We're all proud guys, and we all want to, make our mark in this league in some way or another. And when a team, when you move on from a team, for whether it's a trade or re-signing somewhere else, I mean, there's always a little bit there. So for us, it was more about the win and just getting that piece of it. But it's always fun to beat those guys.
Last one from me, and I hate to look ahead already, but there's a very big 3-game road trip, and you know the meaning of all these games now in the standings. Maybe just talk about the magnitude of that trip.
Yeah, I mean, we got to be locked in. We got to, obviously we got a long day tomorrow traveling to the East Coast, and we got to be locked in for these games. These are huge. It's gonna determine a lot for our playoff position down the stretch. So we got to be ready to go.
Jason, this is a veteran team on the other side. They kept responding, but then you guys kept scoring back. What was the key to continuing answering back?
We thought we were playing really well. We liked a lot of the stuff we were doing, and we just needed to stay with it. So I thought we did a great job of that. I thought our D-core was amazing tonight. They were moving pucks. They were in their face all night, not giving them a lot of time and space. They're going to create plays. They're a world-class team and a lot of world-class players. But, I thought our D-core was the MVP tonight for sure.
I know it's happened a few times, but have you ever seen or been part of a goal like that on a delayed penalty?
I don't know if I have in a long time. I was happy for Krauser to be able to get that one. I think he took it off his head, and about 3 minutes later ended up with a goal, so good for him.
Pretty big win tonight, eh?
Yeah, we played well. It's always the same for me. It's the way we played. I think we a good team on the other side. They're tough to play against. They work hard in the offensive zone, and they have really good stick, and they create turnover. It's tough to defend against that team, so really good job by the boys.
Every time Pittsburgh answered, it seemed like you guys had an answer. What did you see? How did they continue to respond?
But I think we played a good 60 minutes. I think we played well all game. There's no part of the game where I say, okay, we lost our game for a little bit. We played well. They're a good team, like I said. They will have opportunity, but really like the consistency of our game.
You got a big road trip coming up. What do you expect to see out of these last 3 games before the break?
One game. Let's focus on Florida. We travel tomorrow. Let's regroup, make sure we have a good rest, and get out there. And Florida is it's a really good team. And last time we played them, they impressed us a lot. They are hard on the forecheck, get good stick, they're physical. So their forecheck it's unique in the league. So need to be ready for that.
Just one more from me. You've seen a lot of hockey. I just have to ask if you've ever seen a delayed penalty, empty net, own goal.
I saw that on TV. I'm not sure I saw that live, but I know it happened before, but I actually did not even see that one. So I just saw the result. So I will watch that on video.
It's one of the most cross practices, I'm sure.
Yeah, that we'll take it, and that's a good one to have.
I wanted to ask you about a couple players. Yusso back in the lineup tonight. Just curious what you saw from him.
I like his game. I think he played. He was really assertive, make play. I really like the way he played. I think he was. With the discussion we had together, he did want to have his swagger back, and he was solid. And that goal was a really good goal. But I think it was a result of him having no hesitation, jumping in the hole, playing with his anticipation and his read and his instinct, and made a really good play.
Jason Zucker was pretty critical of himself a few games back against Calgary, the game that he had. I'm sure you remember that, but he also added to me that he hasn't felt like he's made enough of an impact on this team. Curious about your thoughts on that, and then what you saw from him tonight.
I think tonight he did. I think since Calgary, I think he has a great impact. Like we had that discussion, him and I, and Zach is a forechecker. He's a guy who's on puck, bring a lot of intensity. He goes to the net, he goes in the blue paint, gets some scrappy goal, and he's a good shooter. But you needed to kind of adapt. We play a different style a little bit than Pittsburgh. We have less shot volume, but so when you're a guy who goes to the net all the time and the puck's not coming, it's okay, where do I go and stuff like that. I think he found his game now. I think his teammate know him better. They put more pucks for him in that area, and that paid off. I think what he brings is intensity, his forecheck, and makes our team much better.
André, do you have any news on the status of Matt Dumba? I know he left early in the game.
Yeah, no, I don't. So upper body, but I don't know what's the detail.
Yeah, Nick is going to be on this trip.
Who?
Nick Schmaltz.
Yeah, Schmaltzy's coming. Yeah, he's like I told you, it's not Monday, but day to day right away after. I think he's pretty close now.
So what kind of impact have you thought about Josh Brown? He's a lot more assertive than usual.
Yeah.
Just how has he been since he came back?
I think he's been really good. I think he's been put in a really tough spot by us coaches. The way we use him, it's tough to play 5-6 minutes, and then you jump. You didn't play for 10 minutes, and someone's coming balls out. It's tough to stop. So he played really good, and today the fact he played more with the injury of Matt Dumba, I think he played solid. In the second period, he had a little bit of a few moments, but first period, third period, he was rock solid.